Hi everyone, hope you guys are doing good. Today I'll be making meatloaf. It's not your traditional meatloaf, this is a little bit different. It's my mom's recipe and it's a little spicy and it's really good. It was really nice eating it while we were growing up, and my mom ended up making it and she showed me how to make it, and I make it for my kids and my kids really like it. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Thank you. I have 2.5 pounds of ground beef. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of chili powder and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder and half teaspoon of cumin powder and 2 teaspoons of black pepper powder and 2 teaspoons of salt. And I have red crushed pepper. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of it. I'm also adding half cup of ketchup. I'm also adding 1.5 cup of oatmeal. Oatmeal is really good to be using it. It makes the meatloaf tender. I'm also adding 2 eggs beaten. Okay, just mix it a little bit. I'm putting the onion, ginger, garlic, and the chili pepper. Make sure when you're cutting all this that you cut into really small pieces, because everything gets nicely blended into the mix when it's small, and it cooks well too when it's really small pieces. So I'm using a fork to blend everything. It's best to use hands because everything gets blended really well and evenly blended actually. Also, I put oatmeal. Oatmeal is really good because it makes the meatloaf very soft and tender. So it's a nice taste to it. Okay, I'm using my hands to mix because everything gets blended really nicely. All the spices, you want to make sure that it gets all into the meat, because when it's cooked, you want to be able to taste all the spices that you put in there, because it should be all evened out. Okay, just keep mixing it really well until it's really blended. When we were young, my mom used to make it for me and my sister, and we really liked it. So when I got married, my husband, he really enjoyed when my mom made it for him. So now I make it for my husband and my kids. And my sister-in-laws, when they come for a visit, they really enjoy meatloaf and they really like this dish. So I hope you guys will try it. It's really a tasty dish. Okay, I'm done blending everything, so I'm going to be putting it into a loaf pan. I have 9x5 loaf pan. I'll be using 2 because there's enough meat for 2 pans. My loaf pan is a little bit bigger, so if you want to be using 2, you can, or you want to use a bigger pan than this, you can do that too. So you want to just fill it up and then press it down. I'm just pressing down so everything can be cooking evenly. Okay, I'm putting ketchup on top of the meat. I have about 1/4 cup. So I'm just gonna be spreading it and evenly spreading it on top of the meat. It gives it a nice glaze. The meat won't dry out when you put the ketchup on top. So that's why I put the ketchup. It gives it a nice taste as well. And before you bake it into the oven, you want to make sure you put a foil covering over it, and then you take it out like 30 minutes before it's cooked, and then leave it open and cook it. It takes about an hour to cook. Preheat your oven for 350 and then put it in the oven. I pulled the meatloaf out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool for a few minutes. Here's the meatloaf. I'm serving with some potatoes that I have baked. I hope you guys will try it. Please share, like, and subscribe. Have a great day.